Bingo. 39 degrees. Huh. Good morning. It's cold. It's colder. It's kind of cold. What am I doing? Can't see. Trying to see here, folks. It's important. Oh, I can see mostly. Okay. So, today is day 19? Day 20? Day 20, I think. My vlog. What's going on here? I need some defrost. Okay. Yep. So I'm gonna be working 6 days in a row, and then having 11 Dada days off in a row, which is fantastic. Can't wait. Gonna be celebrating a birthday, as well as going to a cabin on the mountain. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. So it's the first morning that it's cold enough for the defrost. That's working nicely. So, good morning. What did I want to mention today? I guess I wanted to mention that I launched my website. I've futzed around with it a little bit. agentchange.net. Check it out. I've got that project, my meal mentorship, on there, and my buddy who I piloted the program with, I was going to meet with him yesterday, but he ended up going camping with his ma, which is fine. This is me blocking the light from hitting the camera, and that's how that works. So I'll just wave at people. Hi people. Wave at more people, folks. Get some of this windscreen clear. Okay, so I launched my website. I have a contact page there. I need to figure out how to direct more traffic to it, or traffic in general. I think I'm the only person that's visited beside my ma. Hi ma, love you. And my wife. Also, I love you, wife. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I launched my website. And also, I wanted to touch on a little bit more of what the heck I was doing yesterday in my front yard, in my food forest. Basically, we just decided to plant food in our front yard, and it's been really great because it's about 5 years old now, and apples are producing, and sea bears are producing, and sage is jamming. What else do we pick off of there? Oh, gooseberries, black currants, white currants, red currants. Didn't take you through all those plants necessarily, but they were up there. I didn't necessarily do a big, elaborate intro or tour, but that's okay. So I feel like I'm on a good roll. Got my morning routine going. That's been really lovely. Been reading more. Got to return braiding sweetgrass to the library this morning. I'm only halfway through it, unfortunately, but that's okay. That's going to be one that I'm going to put on my list of to purchase books. It's just got so much good writing in it. That's something I wanted to mention, which is the resources around us. So the library has been such a wonderful gem for us with young children, rotating out books, weekly, introducing different levels of literature and reading to them. And then for my wife and I, who have now started to devour books, it's been really lovely. So I would encourage you to get a library card and go and look at all the resources at your local library. On that same topic, yesterday's video I mentioned place that my wife recently found online, which is the Buy Nothing group. I guess it's a national group with local chapters, and they scored some fantastic clothes for the kiddos. So, growing up, I always benefited greatly from being the youngest of three, and also having a community in our hometown that had some really good values, at least in terms of reciprocating or handing down things that you don't need. So I benefited greatly, and I still have some of the hand-me-downs from my childhood, I guess more young adulthood, and that didn't keep my children's clothing, or my clothing as a child for my children. But yeah, I definitely would encourage you to check that out. And in that same note, walking around your neighborhood opens your eyes to so many different resources. Like, not only do you get to watch nature change and adapt and go through all of its successional blooming, but also there's a lot of free stuff that's put out, at least in Portland. There's even these little hubs, these little stations, free piles as we call them, which are like, they've got rules, they've got a roof, they've got a lot of turnover in terms of, like, every day there's new stuff there. And so we'll bring things that we don't need. This is just, can you see me? What, is this too low? What's going on? And also pick up things. So we've scored a couple of things. Not really a bunch of stuff there necessarily. Got something in me eye. But like supplies for the kiddos' outdoor kitchen, which has been such a success. I gotta say thanks to my dad for helping me build that. He came down and just whipped together a little this bicyclist is going hard. I'm gonna let him go. Little outdoor kitchen with a rain barrel off the fort roof that catches water, and they were out there playing for, I don't know, 40 minutes together, without any need for any prompts or any intervention at all. It was just pure play, and it was so wonderful to have that, to see that. And it allowed me to cook. I made a bunch of broth, a bunch of bone broth. Brought some to our neighbor, who is doing well after her little heart surgery. So more good thoughts her way. Feeling good that she has recovered and she's on the strengthening path. She made these amazing fruit bars, blueberry, oats, I don't know, gluten-free, super duper good. Thank you for those. We exchanged those. I brought some soup and some broth. She gave me some bars. Good stuff. Okay. Here we are in the section where those trees become somewhat noticeable, perhaps, and that they're really losing so many of their leaves. Like, whoa, those are moving right along. All right, so yeah, consider planting food versus manicuring your lawn. It's definitely enjoyable. We've picked many fruits from our yard so far, and it's just a great little thing. We do a low maintenance version, as you saw in yesterday's video, so it's not some high intensity tons of work. If something doesn't work and ends up dying, then that's fine. I don't want to nurse along a sickly species that's poorly adapted to our climate or our microbioregion. Rather just let it go, chop and drop it. If it's like a fungal disease, I think typically removing it from the property is a better move, or burning it, so you don't just spread that fungal disease throughout the rest of your plants. But what were the major things? Oh, so 6 days in a row of work coming up, so there'll be 6 of these car chats. I'm gonna be putting together some goals for pre-cabin. We want to clean our house. We want to do a deep clean, and so every day I'm going to be chipping away at that. When I get home today at 6, I'm going to be, okay, doing a floor routine, yeah. Clean up the floor, and tomorrow move on to the kitchen. Just go through it incrementally and get it done. So just piece by piece is always good. Okay, this person's trunk is open, and I think they forgot it, so I'm gonna close their trunk. Look out for your fellow peeps. If you leave a trunk open, you don't typically want to do that. If there's nobody around, trunk's open, close the trunk. All right, y'all, like, subscribe, be well. Thanks for watching.